And welcome back to What If Bardock and Gine Had Gone to Earth with Goku. I always should... this is my fault. I fully admit, this is my fault right here. But I always should check which part I'm on. And I never do before I... Let's see, we're on part... I think we're on part like 8 or 9. Maybe 10 at this point. We're on part 9 right now. Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If Bardock and Gine Had Gone to Earth with Goku. Team had just defeated the dastardly Majin Buu. With a lot of effort on their part, Bardock having to pull out freaking Super Saiyan 2 Ozaru out of Goku and his butt. Plus, basically every Saiyan there could transform into a tail, they had to pull Super Saiyan Ozarus out their butts. And ultimately it did lead to their victory. Also, remember, Vegeta is the World Martial Arts Champ in this version. He is, he decided to take advantage of that and is enjoying his fame. And he's still the Martial Arts Champ after that, after it's all said and done. But yes, they defeated Majin Buu, they defeated Babidi, and Earth kind of goes the same for a while. Then, now remember, they don't know, no one here knows the instant transmission. Goku and Bardock have probably been training on Earth for some time. You know, they just life's been the same. And it's Bulma's birthday. They're celebrating the birthday. Beerus comes. So, Kai, tell me, what do you know of this Super Saiyan God? And Beerus comes to the party. Now, surprisingly, Vegeta knows. We know Vegeta knows who Beerus is. The question is, would Bardock, Gine, or Raditz know who Beerus is? Because we know Beerus more likely had the interaction with his dad. So he had the interaction with the king more often than, say, the commoners did. But that's not to say that they didn't know who Beerus was or weren't aware of who Beerus was. I would think just because of how he's the oldest of them, I think Bardock is probably also aware. In fact, he's older than Vegeta. So I think he's probably knows who Beerus is. So when he arrives, he's like, oh, crap. And remember, Vegeta had to think a bit on remembering who Beerus was. Like, oh, shit, that guy. But then Bardock's like, Vegeta's like, what are you... Oh, no. And then but Kakarot is just, hi there. I was like, oh, yes, very, very fascinating. It seems you're having a party. Yeah, it's my wife's birthday. Oh, and then here, try this little pastry. So if he gets the wasabi one, oh god, then Whis, you must try this pastry as a mollusk, and it's delightful. Oh yes, Lord Beerus. So they're more or less enjoying themselves, and you know what? They even get their pudding because there's no Buu there to say no, Boo's pudding, no, Boo's pudding. There's no Buu there to basically keep the pudding out of their reach. Eventually, though, Beerus says, well, the festivities have been quite delightful, if I must be honest. I've come here asking a very specific question, looking for a very specific answer. Where is the Super Saiyan God? We don't know anything about Super Saiyan. I mean, we can do this, and then show off Super Saiyan, and it's like, if you can't produce it, I might as well just destroy this planet. It's like, what? No! And they all try to stop him, except for Beerus and Bardock. Well, Bardock might. Vegeta's still scared, but at this point, Bardock's lived a long enough life. It's like, no! And then they all try, and they all fail miserably, Goku included. But remember, Lord Beerus, if you destroy this planet, you'll destroy all the delicious food, like this iced cream. Oh, and he's like, you raise a good point there, Whis. And then one of them is like, wait, Bulma, you have the Dragon Balls, right? We can use them to ask Shenron to deliver Super Saiyan God. And, Dragon Balls, And because he would know what the Dragon Balls are, because he knows what the Super Dragon Balls are. Like, very well, I'll give you a chance to figure it out. So they go, they summon Shenron. We're looking, because Beerus is going to be... Beerus! Oh, hello, Lord Beerus. It's not don't mean to look down you. It's just my height. Whatever, just bring him in. I can't, even though he's spoken of in the Mexican scriptures, no deity of that name, that kind exists in this current day and age. But I can show you how to bring him. So they explain it and do it, and yeah, they have more than enough Saiyans to be able to do that, because they have Goku, Bardock, Gine, Vegeta, they have Gohan, Goten, Jinzen, Raditz. They have more than enough Saiyans for the Super Saiyan God ritual at this point. And Goku gets to be the God, to be fair. They do that. And, they have that fight. Goes down pretty much the same. Almost exactly the same. That said, though, Bardock would probably go with training with Goku to, learn Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, along with Vegeta. And I do think some of that training gets passed down to a couple of the other ones. I don't think Goten, or honestly, I don't think Gohan either in this version gets the Super Saiyan God training. I don't think that. I don't think in there, particularly not Goten. Or Jinsen, for that matter. And for those of you who are not aware, Jinsen is the other brother of Goku in this case. Because, you have Bardock and Gine start a new life. One of their sons, I think, might be dead. And, you're a married couple and you got needs. So, get in there, kid. Raditz is a maybe. But Raditz really hasn't been playing that big a part in this. Raditz is just kind of there. He has a life. He's actually happy with his life. So he doesn't rock the boat that much. He's very content with his life. But yeah, at the very minimum, Goku and Vegeta and Bardock would all achieve Super Saiyan God, and by extension, Super Saiyan Blue. Gohan, I'll retract the statement slightly. Gohan is a maybe, but it's not a very likely maybe. It's depending on where things go with the story as a whole. Because I do think he does end up with Videl, just through different circumstances. He still meets Videl in high school, things along those lines, but she's not, and she's still kind of got that chip on her shoulder because her dad was a martial arts champion, but ultimately, things didn't work out. I don't think but I think their relationship works out a bit smoother than it did initially, so they are still together, so will end up having Pan. But anyway, we cut to, I would say we'd cut to Frieza, but Frieza got his ass just obliterated. So instead, instead of a Resurrection F, we're going to have the Revenge of C. What is the Revenge of C? Well, C stands for King Cold. Didn't think we'd get to there, did you? But we did. Because King Cold's been existing in the universe this entire time, and eventually he probably found out, and has been found out that Saiyans killed his son and figured out where they were. Now, granted, in the very early Dragon Ball series, or What Ifs I did for this one, I did state they made a wish to kind of safeguard the Earth to some extent, but I think that King Cold would have circumvented and found a way around it, just because they had a lot of pretty good technology on call. Add on to the fact that hearing that these Saiyans were able to defeat, rumors that they were able to defeat Majin Buu and stuff like that, he actually, for the first time in a long time, decided to go into training, Cold did, and did achieve his own golden cold form. Golden cold. Actually, to be fair, what do you think King Cold's, if King Cold actually had gone into his final form, what would his voice have sounded like? Because we know he's in the second form. Just because of the style and size. But Frieza's voice is also kind of that deep, that deep falsette when he's in that form. So but Cooler's not canon, but Cooler did not have the same kind of voice that Frieza did. It wasn't feminine. It was definitely a man's voice, whereas Frieza's could be interpreted either or. So I'm wondering. I'm going to go with the deep voice, but he shows up and he's in his second form still, and his second form is still pretty damn powerful. And Bardock and Vegeta and Goku have been training, and as a reward, I think they do get taught a instant transportation, not necessarily instant transmission, but some sort of instant like the Kais have. Maybe Shin teaches it to them at some point through training as a reward. So instantaneous movement. And they get there, and the whole fight has been kind of... most of the Z-Fighters have all been handling it pretty easily. Because you have a group of Super Saiyans on the planet that can just blast through most of Frieza's or King Cold's army. But then King Cold himself is like, I'm looking for the ones who killed my boy. Are you them? It's It's like, sorry, but they're off planet right now. Oh, I see. Well, I guess you'll do his bait then. And then he just decides to start going, basically just carving through them. And he's well, not like literally killing, but, just mowing down. All the human Z fighters they can't handle him. They just can't handle Cold at all. Unless Roshi wants to try to use the Mafaba, but I don't think that's going to work out. Most of the low-level Saiyan characters, like Goten, like Jinzen, even Raditz at this point, they handle themselves a little better, but they still can't handle Cold. And it's just Cold in his second form. Now, Gohan is able to actually go to, because Gohan and Raditz can both go Super Saiyan 2. I don't think Raditz at this point had gone Super Saiyan 2. He just, gotten taken by surprise. Gohan Super Saiyan 2 shows up and does smack Cold right in the face. So you must be the son. I can see it. You're his son, aren't you? The one who killed my boy. I've heard very little about him, but from what I understood, he was quite powerful, and you reek of hypocrisy and righteousness. Hypocrisy? Oh, yes, you want strength, but you're afraid of your strength. And he just starts to kind of play some mind games on Gohan, and then, you shut up! And then just go to, and while he initially had the advantage on him, now Cold is just taking advantage of his rage. But Gohan's power is still enough that he's... It's like, very well then, boy, and then just... I'll show you what true power is. And then he powers up to his third form. Now then, let's... And his voice kind of goes a bit more kind of raspy deep, but still kind of deep. And Raditz immediately goes to Super Saiyan 2. It's like, I was like, go on. It's like, right. And they decide to tag team. And I'm sure because he is Goku's brother, technically Gohan's uncle, they've hung out before. They've trained before. So they got a couple moves, like combo moves they can do with each other. And therefore, they tag team. And then, though they're doing okay, Cold's still able to just boom, boom. I must admit, boys, you are quite impressive. Your old man must be quite proud of you. Oh, that's going to make it so much sweeter when I eviscerate you. But first, I think I'll do you a kindness and show you what true power is. And then he just goes into his final form. And then he just starts to beat the ever-loving shit out of them. It's like, oh, well, now come on, boys. Is this really all you have? Oh, I take it back. Your fathers would be so ashamed. Piccolo is able to luckily get a special beam cannon off, which doesn't actually, pierce him, but he does get a solid wound on his back. I thought we had decided to destroy Namek. Oh well, I guess I'm going to have to rectify what my son failed to do. Oh, my poor little Princey Pooh. And then he just wrecks Piccolo's shit. But at that point, they power up. Gohan does the whole powering up to basically summon the group there, and Bardock and Goku and Vegeta show up. And think, there you are. I was like, tell me though, before we fight, what should I do to kind of help go back to cooler a bit? What should I do with your Namekian friend? Put him down, Frieza! It's like, Frieza, I'm his father. Seriously, we don't even look. Besides our body shape, we don't even look alike. And then Bulma's like, yeah, sorry, my husband's not that bright sometimes. Hey! It's like, shut up, Kakarot, you're not. It's like, yeah, son, you're not a dumb guy, but you're not the brightest bulb in the package. No, Dad. It's like, yeah, well, sorry, son. It's like, Mom, you don't really think. It's like, I love you, honey. It's like, fine. Which one of these gets him? No, I get him. No, well, why does? And then while they're arguing, and then Bardock's just stepping out on the field like, Cold. It's like, we have unfinished business. Oh, I know you. Bardock, that's it. Oh, how have you been? How's your planet? Oh, that's right, my son blew it up. Oh, I'm so sorry, a fresh wound. I'm amazed you actually survived, though. Even you and your wife and son. Oh, and to see that you Saiyans have slowly been able to repopulate just fills me with such disgust. Oh, but still, let's just put it in the past, shall we? And Bardock's just like powers up immediately to Super Saiyan. Well, you can't blame a guy for trying. You weren't even trying. No, but you can't blame me for that either. I am me. And then they just go into an actual fight. And as Vegeta and Goku, or Vegeta and Kakarot look up. Oh, come on. It's like, come on, Dad. I want it. It's a boo. And he smacks King Cold Crick in the face. If you hadn't been arguing, maybe you could have taken him. He's mine now. And then they just boom, boom, boom. Oh, I see. Yes, you're definitely stronger than your boy. That's for certain. And Rad's just on the ground. And your dad's like, and Bardock's really trying to keep his composure, but his eyes twitching a little bit. Just, and then just actually goes all the way up to God and just. There's some blood coming out, and that one. What is? Yeah. All right. I was waiting to use this form, but it seems you played my. It seems you made me play my cards. Then he just powers up. I call this form golden cold. And that red head form, God key, is it? I can't sense it myself, but I know it when I see it. I've spent enough time around the gods, including Beerus, to know its stench, its taste. And then he actually looks up now and he realizes, oh shit, there's Beerus! It's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna get involved. And it's like, what, you're not gonna do that? As long as my food's not threatened, I won't. And Cold's like, all right, I'm not gonna take that Sunday away from him. It's like, yeah, I see. Your power's impressive, Cold, but don't think this is all I have in me either. And then he powers up all the way to Super Saiyan Blue, and then their fight goes hardcore again. Now, Cold was naturally stronger just in general. I would think he's still naturally stronger, but just like with Frieza, Bardock's had more training with this form, and he's a better fighter. He's actually legitimately spent more time on the battlefield than I believe Cold has. So he just so their training blows back and forth, but quickly Cold's tiring out, and Bardock is taking advantage of that, and quickly takes his arm and just smash it. Oh, you filthy monkey! And then Kame, Hame, and then just ducks under again, just right into his gut. Just basically kind of like how Goku did it to Cell, just. And you get Cold still there, in part. His lower half still there, but just fried. All the remaining Frieza forces just like, oh, we're gonna leave now. Yeah, no, you're not. See, Bardock, I think, while he's become a lot more mellowed out and peaceful, is still a Saiyan warrior who has many memories of what Frieza and his dad did to the Saiyan race and to his family and everything like that. So yeah, no, he's not. There's no mercy here. There's no law of conduct. It's just good old fashioned revenge, as Tony Stark would say. So yeah, Bardock basically just wipes out the and everyone's just like, oh, it's like, oh, come on, Dad, I want to try it. I want to fight Frieza. We got to fight Frieza. We didn't get to be his dad. It's like, you can thank me later for this, son. And Gine goes over to Gine, and he's tired out. Whew. It's like, still not quite used to that, but whatever. And cracks his neck, and they're good to go. So we got enough time to go over to the Universe 6 tournament. Now here's the thing about the Universe 6 tournament. You're gonna get Vegeta, you're gonna get Goku, that's a given. You're going to get Bardock, that's a given. You got plenty of other Saiyan options also. Raditz, Gohan, Jinsen, Goten. I think they'd probably go with Raditz more than even Gohan. I think Gohan, while not weakened for lack of training like he was in the original series, God, that was dumb, but is content with a quieter life with his wife and kid. But you still get it, and then you do get Monaka, who shows up there, obviously. And everyone passes their test. Goku goes first, and, that Botamo, that goes the same. Frost goes the same. Then who goes up against him afterwards? I think it's Raditz who goes up against him afterwards, only because he tried to avenge his brother and getting a shot at him. And I think he just legitimately takes Frost out. He might get knocked out, but he takes Frost out. And because unlike with Piccolo, who used his arm to bind him and he gets stuck by the pinprick, he wouldn't. It's like with the G, he just straightforward kicks his ass, and I think he notices. I think Goku gets reinstated. I do think they noticed the whole cheating thing he did. Then you get Raditz versus crap. Was it Magarita who came next, or was it Kaba? I think it was Megara, wasn't it? Let's say it's Megara. And Raditz, I think, barely beats him, but he's now the amount of pressure and heat and stuff like that Megara put him under. He's a bit tired out now. So Kaba comes and does beat Raditz. I think Vegeta just goes in and has that moment with Kaba, and now he has kind of like a mentor. He's got the mentor status with Kaba, which he's also really appreciating for his ego in this version anyway. So that goes down pretty much the same. And then, whoa, my arm's like stark white thanks to I'm so white. Yeah, ignite the beacons! It's like, I'm not that white, actually. I'm not really not that pale. It's just bright lights coming off of white walls. So, 1 second. There we go. Something's being unresponsive at the moment. It'll kick in later. So you get Vegeta taking on Hit. That goes the same. Then you get Bardock with Hit. Now, Bardock, again, a fighter for a long time, even longer than Vegeta was. He's able to gauge Hit a bit better, and able to kind of predict him. He's still not... he still doesn't have the advantage of, his like his son does, of just being... Because Goku is just a naturally analytic fighter and just analyzing the scenario. And he's able to actually hit a couple of times, which surprises Hit. Unfortunately, 1 second again. God damn it. Okay. Unfortunately, he's still unable to ultimately beat Hit, even though he's got Super Saiyan Blue as well. But landing a couple of hits on him slows him down a little bit. And then Goku and him go toe-to-toe. And unfortunately, this Goku doesn't have the Kaioken, which ultimately it doesn't end up being his true downfall, because I think thanks to his dad and figuring it out, he's able to get most of his most of the hits he needs on him. But they both end up being really tired out as the fight goes on. And I do think Goku actually does. I might have said he might not win, or he still wins. I actually think Goku legitimately loses the fight because he doesn't have Kaioken to up it. But again, I think it's more that I need to get stronger, and through Saiyan Rage and just pushing your limits, he kind of pushes through and surpasses the time skip to a certain degree and lands a good couple of crack shots on him. But ultimately realizes that he's tiring out, so he just surrenders, and then the Monaka thing happens, and it's a win. So ultimately, yeah, it's tournament Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament, or Universe 6 tournament is what I meant to say. Ultimately goes about the same, but in a few different lights. And that's where we're going to leave it. I think we got maybe 2 more of these, maybe 3 more, or one more to 2 more, probably. Because we got Goku Black Arc, and then we got the Tournament of Power. So we'll cap it off here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, stars, super magic, what if anything I can do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.